to Recreational Knitting. My name is Karen, and this is where I talk about all my knitting. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I appreciate all your support. If you like what you see, subscribe, like all the YouTube-y things, I would certainly appreciate it. This is a video today about the 12 cast-ons of Christmas. This is in conjunction with Ange from YarnNYarns, and she casts on 12 items from December 24th through the end of January. I'm going to do a little bit differently. I'm going to do 6 cast-ons, but that's only my reward for working on some WIPs. So I'm going to have 6 WIPs that I will be working on and trying to make progress and perhaps even finish during the next month or so. At that time, I'll probably replace that WIP with a new WIP since I have a few. But we don't know anything about that, right? Anyway, I want to welcome all of you. This is a very open channel. I hope that you like what you see. If you do, please come back, see the progress, see my dogs. I'm surprised they're not barking. The dogs next door are out. So I better wrap this up and let you see what progress and what I've been doing this week. I started this Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and today on my socks, but I also worked on the Advent socks that I did not get completed this year for the first time. So I'll show you what I did complete at the end of this, and hopefully you'll find something that you've enjoyed and you'll come back for a new cast on for the next one. That will be done in a new yarn for me, which is the Nettle sock yarn from Onion Yarn Company. And I bought that at Linda Hobby back in the spring. I'm going to be making the Salty Air Tea by Samantha Guerin, and hopefully you'll stop by and see what I'm up to with that. All right, I'll let you go. Here we go. This is the first of my WIPs that I had picked to work on for the 12 Christmas cast-ons. These are Rhinebeck Roomies. As you saw, I have one done, and I just barely started the cuff of the other one. So we'll see what happens as I start to work on these. And I have some opal sock yarn that I've been working up. The cuff, I put about 4 rows of a different color at the top. I often do that to some of my socks, and it's just kind of cute. I just wanted to catch you up on my 12 Christmas cast-ons that I'm borrowing from Angela of YarnNYarns. I'm doing mine a little differently than Angela does. I'm doing 6 cast-ons and working on 6 WIPs, as I have a pile of WIPs that comes up to my armpits. That's almost rhyming, right? Anyway, I have a lot of WIPs, 30-ish, and I'm bound and determined to work those down and work through my stash not through my stash, in my stash this year. Oh my goodness, I'd never sleep if I worked through my stash this year. And I'd have to put some out for the trash guys. Yeah, just saying. Anyway, those are my goals for this year. And what I decided to do was first work on a WIP. On Christmas Eve, I decided to work on a pair of socks that I had neglected for a very long time. I had this one finished for months and months and months and months, and had about maybe 4 rows. Well, I have worked on them, as you can see. Seriously, this is where I was. I had like 3 rows, and so I've done quite a bit. I think I've got 1 more repeat to do before I can start fussing with heel flap and gusset. So good progress on those. Not as much as I would have liked, but I will show you some of the other things that I did work on. While I was in the sock mood, oh, let me tell you what this is. These are Rhinebeck Roomie socks. And these are by Kate Litton. Kay Litton. She's the crazy sock lady. That's what that pattern is. I'm usually a vanilla sock girl just because they're socks. Nobody sees the socks. I live in Florida. So there's also the shorty thing. Speaking of shorties, I found a shorty that was almost finished in another project bag at the bottom of the project bag. And look what I did. I finished it. It looks lovely. I even blocked this one just to give myself a boost that I too can finish socks. So this one is complete. The other one isn't even cast on. So yeah, not sure what the pattern is. There was no paperwork with it, but basically all I needed to do was the toe. Fortunately, all the yarn is with it. Again, I don't even know what yarn it is, but there it is. And so I did finish something in 3 days, yeah. And then there's that small thing that I was working on during the Christmas season. Anyway, so I finished this one, except for the heel. So I just need to cut in, finish the heel for this one. I think the last time I showed you this, I was up here. So I did considerable knitting plus the toe. So it's not like I was slacking or anything. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish up some odds and ends. And that's the whole point of this Christmas cast-ons WIP/WIP thing that I'm doing. So yes, and I picked up the second one and I knit all the stripes. And now I've just started to work on the toe. So far, you can see that it looks lovely. Yep, so anyway, so that is what I accomplished in 3 days. Now, given that Christmas Day was in there and the things that are associated with Christmas Day, even though it was just Luke and I feel like I accomplished quite a bit. So, day one is over. I get to cast another thing on. Yes, here we go. This is the Salty Air Tea by Samantha Gurin. See you on the next video. Knit in peace.